Walk us through last year's game against North Dakota, and one of the quotes from Rick afterwards last year was they really kind of pushed you guys around a little bit. Are you expecting the same kind of game this weekend against them?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, they're having a good year so far, and they're going to be a big, strong, fast team, so it should be a really good test for us this weekend.
What's the feel as far as like this point in the season? You guys are going to have the relief of having exams over and just think about hockey for a few weeks. Is that a good place to be?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys like it. I know it's definitely nice, sort of back to junior hockey year for a couple of weeks, which is really nice. You can sort of just focus on hockey. It's nice to not have class all the time, and it's definitely nice. I know guys are just finishing up exams now, so it's definitely a good feeling.
Does it get lonely around here? Because I see kids backing up their cars. It's going to be a ghost town.
Maybe at first, but I think you get used to it, and then obviously we're on the road here this weekend, so we get around a little bit, so that's nice.
What do you have to do to keep the momentum going? Because you guys had the rocky start, but now it seems like you kind of built something a little bit here.
Yeah, just sort of keeping things simple for us here. I think we've sort of figured out things that work for us now, so as long as we can keep following through with those things, I think that hopefully we can keep getting the results.
And last year they scored like 11 seconds into the game in this building. How did you guys respond to that? And I know it was a little small game.
Yeah, I just remember being a tough game to play in last year. Obviously they were a good team, and they'll be good again this year, so there's not a lot of easy ice out there. And then, yeah, obviously hopefully that's something we're not looking for this year. Hopefully we can come out with a stronger start.
Anything specific you guys have been working on practice today or this week? Or is it usual stuff?
Nothing too much, not too much thinking, because guys obviously had a lot of school stuff going on, so it's just making sure that we're staying sharp and things like that, and then we'll get more into it now.
Going out there for the first 2 games here, do you like that kind of back-to-back nights against any team, especially when you're out that far on the road?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I know a lot of guys haven't been out there. I know we haven't played out there yet, so I think it's exciting. And then obviously, yeah, you get to know guys a little bit. So we do it with RPI, so I think it's cool. Yeah.
What are you expecting out of that environment out there?
I've heard it's pretty cool to be a part of. I've seen videos and stuff, but I've never been there. But I know the guys who played in the USHL said it's a really fun place to play. I know Ross loves it out there, so it should be fun.
Last year's game, and it was the first time in the history of the program you guys played North Dakota, and they kind of leaned on you a little bit here. What do you remember from that game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't get the result we wanted. That was a really different style of hockey, I guess you could say, than we're kind of used to. They're a lot of big guys. They can skate. They're really skilled. But also it was, despite the loss, it was a great atmosphere here at Mesa. Probably the most packed I've ever seen it. So hopefully this year out there we'll have a really good crowd and we'll get the result we want.
Based on their average attendance so far, they're filling that place, and it's like 11,000 plus. How fun is it to play in a building like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of something you dream about as a kid when you're growing up and you want to play Division I hockey, and stepping into that out at North Dakota should be a blast. So I think the guys are looking forward to it.
When they're not on your side, when they're against you, is there any way that a team can actually feed off of that, or does it make it more difficult?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit easier to play on the road sometimes. I think sometimes at home you have that pressure, so to speak. So I think getting away is good, and I don't really think it matters whether you're home or away. If you're playing in front of 11 or whatever thousand, it's just a great atmosphere, and it should be a good one.
What do you like about this stretch coming up every season? I mean, there's kids out there getting their cars packing up and bolting out of here, and it's going to be pretty quiet around here. Once you're done with exams and everything, you just concentrate on that.
Personally, I think this is the best time of the year. It's kind of like junior hockey or pro hockey, whatever you want to call it, but just focusing on hockey the whole time is there isn't anything better, really. Your mind's kind of free of school. You don't have to be stressed about work or focus on that side of your life, and you can just really focus down on hockey, and it's a great time for us to get better because that's all we have to do, and we can come together and hang out and bond and all that fun stuff. So
in years past, have you seen this team take a big jump forward at this time of the year because of all those things that you mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps, in large part due to a bigger freshman class. I think it's nice for those guys. I know back when I was younger, just kind of getting the first summer out of the way and, getting accustomed to everything, you kind of have a load off your chest there, and and you just can focus on hockey, like I said. So I think it's good for those guys, and we can spend a lot of time together here. And
I think this was, if I remember correctly, this is the time of year last season when Vecchione tweeted out that you guys get together and watch The Bachelor. Has someone assumed that role, or is it a similar ritual?
Yeah, I'm kind of a big Bachelor guy myself, so I don't know when it comes on exactly, but if it's on during the break, we'll definitely be watching it together. So.
Are you expecting a similar? It was a pretty animated post game last year. Are you expecting a similar approach by North Dakota against you guys this year?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mike, but I just watched them on film a few games. It's the same team. It's a heavy team, skilled, transition offense quickly, and if we start turning over, it's going to be a long night. But no, I don't expect the same results. What? I just felt last year was men against boys there for a while, and we have to get over that. And we're going to be in a real tough environment, probably the toughest in the country. So we just have to come out, play our game, not get caught up in it, and just take each period by period.
By that, do you mean your approach should be to use your speed and whatever advantages you might have instead of trying to play their game of grinding and leading with big bodies? And stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's not our game. It's not our game. It's like us trying to do that with a Cornell. You just have to go about it your way, and whatever team tries to play the other team's game is never really a set up for success. So we just got to be smart about it.
We asked Cole and Ryan this. They enjoy this time of year because it's the relief of being done with finals. You can just concentrate on hockey. It's like being in the juniors. Your coaching staff, you kind of see it that way as well. You just work on hockey.
Yeah, it's I've always said it's like pro hockey. You can take the student out because there's you're not going to school, so all you have to do is focus on is being the best hockey player that you can possibly be, and we have the resources here to do that. With a rink right here, we got the the weight room facility right here. So all you really need is the work ethic to do it, and we've always found from our staff in my time here that the guys that really wanted to be pro hockey players, you can really see it because they work extra hard, and you can see their games kind of take off during the break. The only negative we see is they work so hard, and then we're on a Christmas break, so for about 10 days or 12 days, whatever it is, and they kind of lose it a little bit. But it's a great foundation, and it's a great time to do your skills work.
We had asked the guys a little bit about the atmosphere, which you touched on at North Dakota, and how many people come out there. When you have that many people against you, can a team rally from that, or is that just so hard?
Well, it's pretty funny. I was just talking to Doc Wally-Bisdell about this, and who's our team psychologist, and we were just kind of joking and said a lot of these guys haven't been in this environment. Last year the NCAA was close, but it didn't have the environment that this place does. So, this is something that's going to be new to them. So we're curious. I don't really have an answer how we're going to respond, but try to give the best pregame speech and the best prep work for them to get ready for UND during this exam week, which is optional. So, practices are going to be short-lived. So it's got to come from within.
When you were a player, did you like that? Did you like having fans against you, or did that get in your head?
Yeah, there were a few signs that were memorable that I didn't really like, but we'll keep this GG rated. But it was always, I always felt that if you were hated, then I guess you're doing your job, and it was a lot of fun. But not everybody's built like that, and some guys, kind of like to go through the game quietly, and it works for them. So I really don't care how they go about it, as long as we come out on the right end.
Is North Dakota similar at all to? And you mentioned maybe Cornell as far as styles are concerned, but Ryan was saying they just kind of played a different style than we're used to last year, and they weren't kind of prepared or ready for it, I guess, in his mind. Do they have a similar style of play to any team that you've already played this year, or is it just going to be, again, another new thing, new environment, new playing style that a lot of maybe the younger guys haven't Yes, yeah.
I just think it's a whole different style. It's more pro style, and we have to be ready for that style. And we've got to face some similar teams like that this year, but not to this magnitude, I would say. But as far as a skill level, definitely with Minnesota. And I thought Michigan Tech was a fast team that played hard, and so did these guys. So there's a couple references right there that hopefully will help us. And then some teams within our league. But honestly, it's a whole different feel. But again, we're not going to make a mountain out of a molehill here with it. We're just going to get out there and play.
You didn't ever play there when we were Providence by any chance, did you?
No. As a player, yes. As a coach, no. So I've never been to this new facility.